In truth, there is no one in this entire county that knows much about me. But that does not mean I don't enjoy their company and they don't enjoy mine. And I think that is all that is needed for friendship. And I think a lot of the people I would consider my friends would not want to talk so much about their past. I know that I do not much like talking about mine. And that is why I am no longer in it.
Yeah, I just look at it as like if people want to tell me shit, talk to me, or whatever, because sometimes it does help, right? Like it helps to tell people things, but that could backfire easily. So if people want to tell me anything, I rarely ever ask about it. It's just if they want to talk about it, they can talk about it, and when they choose to, I make sure that I listen.
I do worry at times that when I do think about my past, it makes me weak. It's like, as you know, I flinch when the gun goes off. You know, I tell people, oh, my horse does not like the noise, or it scares all the other game away, and is true, but arrows are used for killing, and I've seen guns used for torture. Well, I've heard guns used for torture, and that is something very different.
I am well versed in how guns can be used for torture. You're not wrong. I don't think flinching at gunfire is a weakness, Renata. It's not. It's a natural reaction. It's a perfectly natural reaction. The ones of us that don't flinch at it, I think we're the broken ones. That's how I choose to look at it.
It's so common in this county. You know, you look and everyone is his holster is full, and people are forgetting to take weapons off their back when in towns, and everyone is covered in this, and it just seems like it's so normal that it feels strange.
Yeah, see, for me it is normal, and my decision to not take my weapons off in town is my personal choice, but that's because I have issues with trusting other people to watch my back for me or to handle problems that may arise. And more often than not, it's like I'll have my repeater and my bow on me, and that's it. Not so much the long distance, but with the way things have been shaping up lately, and the shape that I am in currently, self-preservation kind of a thing.
Yeah, my self-preservation in my life has been mostly hiding.
There's a time and a place for that.
Yeah, I am fast, I am agile, and I blend in.
Sometimes of all the options that are available, hiding and running is one of the best ones. Some people look at it as being cowardly and shit like that, but I can't look at it like that. But no, running and hiding, it has its place, and if you've got 3 people, 2 people, and you're getting that sense like, oh shit, I don't know how this is gonna go, you know, could be in danger, could not be in danger. If you stand down or hide, that's the smart move. 1, because you're outnumbered, and 2, is the option that you got.
The reason I am in this country is because I was no longer safe in Europe. So people like us, like me and Sanders, and the other people, they did not They told stories about us. They had bad ideas about us, and they turned anger and hatred on us. So Sanderson and his families, they had money. They could take boat here. My family, we did not, and so we were living in a shared family home with several other families, and one of them turned on another, and suddenly the ones that they turned on was gone, and we knew we had to leave, so we did, and we left on foot. We wandered. We found a horse. We took horse, and we went to the woods. We tried to hide. We tried to be quiet in a place where people would not look for us. We were hurting no one. But one day there was a group that found our home, and they knew that there would be no one around who could help us. And my parents, they told me to hide, and I did. And I could not do anything.
I have spent the entirety of my life hunting and being hunted. There's a pack of boys first, and then they became men I ran with for years. We would hunt and then be hunted. Pretty much is how that worked. Live by the gun, die by the gun. The things that we did to people, we had that coming on us. So we deserved, right? So one by one, we all went down fighting, went down hard. Except for the last one. He was my partner. We lived together, we breathed together, we worked together, we were together all the time. Very rarely were we separate. Hell of an odd team. Now that I look back on it, he's probably one of the first people that I actually did love. Oh, I still have no idea what the hell that is. Not really.
I don't think any of us do.
I'm very attached to him. And our little family got betrayed. What was left of it, the ragged tatters. And there was not a damn thing that I could do. Just had to watch.
It's the best feeling in the world, I think.
Couldn't do anything until after. When it didn't really matter.
Yeah.
So, different. I didn't really have a family. No parents that I knew of. I had them, but never met them. No idea. Just seeing things that numb your brain because they're just that level of extra. It takes pieces of you. Sometimes big, sometimes small. It took me a long time to work up the courage to give people more chances by coming around them again. It took a long time. I have found another family because of it, and I have lost another family. Found another partner husband. He's not lost, but he's just not here for now. If it was an option, I would definitely go ride with him. If it was an option.
You know, at least when Sanderson left, I thought he did not care for me anymore, so I could just be angry with him. Anger is easier.
Yeah. See, for me, true anger, true hate, true caring, like the extreme edges of those and a little bit of the rainbow in between, it's not something I know how to cope with well. It doesn't happen often. It takes a lot. And it's been a long time since I've been truly angry at anybody. Like the people that probably robbed and shot me the other day. Don't hate them. Not angry at them. They're just people being people.
Yeah, I think most people are just fucking up all the time. I think there are very, very few of them that are true evil and deserve hate. There's no way I could ever give forgiveness or benefit of the doubt or whatever to the men that came to my home. But, you know, they were the type that laughed as others were screaming. There's no mistake in that. But I think the vast majority of people just don't know any better. They rob because they don't know how to get money. They fight because they are scared. They simply don't know what to do and they're fucking it all up. And for that, they deserve pity rather than anger, I think.
The two men responsible for taking my very first found family away from me. They thought it was all fun and games until it wasn't fun and games, and I was staring from behind my revolver at them, and then the game was over. But by that point, there was nothing. Literally nothing. No hate, no sad, no pain. Nothing. It's just a yawning black hole. And the muzzle flash and the trigger pull. That's it. I walked away from Kehoe, walked away from those two, and I went back to my mountains. It was a very long time before I left that mountain.
I have no idea what I would do if I saw those men again. Part of me thinks I would put arrows straight to their heads. Part of me is pretty convinced I would simply run and hide. I've thought long and hard about, with all the anger that I hold for them, could I do what they did to my parents? Part of me wishes that I could.
I think it's
part
better.
Part of me hopes that I never could.
it's better that some people are not capable of doing that kind of thing for any reason against fellow people. We need people like those to counterbalance to the vicious ones. Yeah, balance.
I try. But as I said, I think there are a few, just a handful of people out there that don't deserve the compassion. I don't know what they do deserve, but they don't get that side of the balance. It's not for them. They have forfeited